people of Nigeria, our own comrade, Ayuba Waba, ably represented by Comrade Uche Ekwe, who is also a candidate under the party for Enugu West Senatorial District. The president of TUC, who has told me is on his way, all candidates of our party here present, the Director General of our campaign, Dr. Doyin Okupe, all party chieftains, all traditional rulers here present, the various support groups, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I perhaps thought it's very convenient to start this welcome address by first appreciating all the support groups here present. Without sounding immodest, I want to appreciate you profusely from the bottom of my heart for the wonderful job the various support groups are doing for this political movement that will change the political narratives in Nigeria. I want to say that the momentum we have gathered today at the level of the Labour Party, and as well as for the candidates, I give credit and kudos to the various support groups. This is the first time in the history of the country that you find passionate men and women who have taken their destinies in their hands in order to rescue and change the political narratives in the country. While PDP and APC will give people money to assemble them, we have not given any of these support groups any 1 naira, any 1 kobo. For them to organize themselves. It has rekindled my hope. It has given me the hope that Nigeria will once more walk again. I am indeed profusely grateful to the support groups where we didn't have, because the law didn't allow us to do a number of things as a political party. The support groups took over the challenge and are doing things on our behalf. A lot of them are here today. We didn't know how they found themselves here. We only made the announcement that we needed the support groups to be here. And they are here in their thousands. They are here in their numbers. I am very, 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 very proud of you. Well, the duty before us is a patriotic duty. I say so because the country is in disarray. The country is at the brink of collapse. Nothing is working in the country. Today, the high level of insecurity is ravaging our dear country. Today, as we speak, you cannot travel from Abuja to Kaduna without the fear of being attacked. It has so degenerated to the extent that even aircrafts are being attacked. Train stations are being attacked. You can equally not travel from here, from Abuja to Lokoja, nor to Minna. insecurity is ravaging the country every now and then. And this is the very least that a government can provide for his people. The Constitution provides that the principal purpose of government is to provide for security and welfare for her citizens. Today, Nigerians are not asking for security. We are not asking for welfare, because that is out of the question. Nigerians are simply saying, secure our lives, and every other thing will take care of it. Even that minimum, Nigerians do not have it. The economy is gone. There is hunger in the land. There is poverty in the land. There is unemployment everywhere, which is one of the reasons we also have high level of insecurity in the land. And this today has thrust on us. History has entrusted on us the responsibility to rescue our country. I'm therefore happy that our young men and women, the various support groups here present, and indeed the Labour Party leadership, our presidential candidate, Peter Obi, we have all taken this task which history has put on us to change the leadership of Nigeria and change the political history of this country. It is indeed a clarion call that we have no choice but to respond to. And I'm happy that Nigerians today are determined to take back their country. It is indeed not an easy task. I appreciate the fact that we have indeed made some progress in this quest to take back the country, to rescue the country from those who have held it hostage, who have held it captive over the years. We have indeed made some progress, but I dare say that we have a lot of work to do. They say we have no structure, but I know that human beings are the structure. I know that come next year, they will know that we indeed have structure. When we started the Oshomole campaign in 2006, that was how they were laughing at us, that Labour Party had no structure. But in 2007, they knew that we had structure. And I'm sure that there will be a repeat of it come 2023. It is even better for your opponent to underrate you. It is even better for them to take us for granted. It is good for us. So let them assume that we have no structure. But time will tell. The election of 2023 will tell. The results will tell. Indeed, we have a lot of work to do. It is time for us to go back to our units, to go and be canvassers of the party at that level. Politics, they say, is local. Politics, they say, is not in the internet. It's not in the urban centers. It is indeed local. And this is where we have the greatest challenge and the great work that we need to do today. And that is why I want to appeal to the various support groups that it is time for us to go back to the basis. It is time for us to go back to our various polling units. It is time for us to go back to our wards and begin to canvass for the party. It is time for us to reorganize. The capacity the support groups have shown in organizing themselves in these magnitudes, it is time for us to repeat it at the polling unit level and at the ward level. For us as a party, we have commenced the process of realigning all the support groups along the structure of the party. The National Vice Chairman embarked on tour for the past 1 week to carry out town hall meetings with all the support groups in order to realign them and bring them within the structure of the party. For those who want to be members of the party are free to do so. For those who want to keep their identity and work for the party can also do so. We appreciate the fact that some people want to keep their identity but want to work for the party. We appreciate all of that. At whatever level you want to support the party, we are ready and willing to accept you. We are willing and ready to give you the opportunity to work with us. I have the confidence that come next year, Labour Party will form a Labour Party government. I'm convinced beyond doubt that we will win the election of next year. There's no doubt about it. I say so because the opportunity Nigerians have been waiting have come. Labour Party is a brand. And I want to say that the reasons we have been having several challenges in the country is because Nigerians have not followed the party they ought to follow. When you leave human beings and you go and choose broom, what do you expect? When you leave human beings and go and choose umbrella, what do you expect? Labour Party is the only party that is about human beings. Labour Party is the only party that is about the people. After all, what is democracy? Democracy is government by the people, for the people, and by the people. Did they say democracy is about broom? No. Did they say democracy is about umbrella? No. Democracy is government by the people, for the people, and by the people. And what is the logo of Labour Party? It is because we have been voting wrongly. That is why we have also had bad governance. So the time of light have come. The time for the people have come. The period that the people have been waiting for have come.
And sisters, this is introducing to you the man of the moment, the father of the nation. This is our own vice presidential candidate, and he's here, Dr.
Has come. A new dawn has come. A new era has come. The era for the youth has come. You see, say I not be old man now as national chairman. And you can also see that the vice presidential candidate is not an old man. The vice presidential candidate will not move from one hospital to another hospital. He will not be taken out of undercover to go and receive treatment abroad. His children are in school here. They are not in UK. They are not in London. And the same goes for the presidential candidates, which I'm sure you all know his antecedents. When he was governor in Anambra State, his antecedents are there for you to
raise the roof and take back what belongs to us. And he pushed some people. Now people, and we have people, Abi, and people to know you, but you still want to do work, you're welcome. If you want to work, there's one that interests me. Mposi, Nigerians for Peter Obi, Vanguard, Poyo. Okay, now, Aplex in Festac in Lagos, 1 year rent free. And what we are doing today at this summit is to harmonize and send. And at this point, co-laborers, one person will be doing that job. This person is a strategist.
This great reborn new party, the Labour Party. Before I proceed, this is the very, very first major public outing of this movement. What is happening in this movement, only God knows. Only God guides. Only God operates the obedient movement. Today, by His grace, I am the Director General of the Obi Datti Campaign Organization. In that capacity, I have power and authority to run the affairs of this campaign. But today, publicly, I surrender all that power and authority to the God Almighty. Father, Lord, neither me, nor Peter Obi, nor Obi Datti, nor your children here gathered know where, how to get to where we want to get to. But you are the all-wise God. You are the omnipotent God. We are like but David before these Goliaths. But we will, with your mercy and support, we shall conquer. This is our very first public gathering. You say, if we acknowledge you in all our ways, whatever we want, you will do it. Father, this day, as the Director General, I act in office and capacity of that office. And I say, we give it all to you. Guide us. They deride us. They mock us. We are small in their eyes, but yet we are big in your hands. With you, we know we are going to win. Because we are not going to do it by our strength, by our money, or by our influence. Some of them, if they win, they will only acknowledge money because it's their money that will have given them the victory. Some of them, if they win, they will say it's because of their long standing in politics and the people they know and their leverage. But if we win, the whole world knows only you, God. Only you, God, could have done it. And we will give you the glory. Glory be to your name. For in the name of the Creator of heaven and earth, I have prayed. Our Vice President here present, in flesh and in blood, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished obedience from far and wide, my own very brothers and sisters, it is with a joyful heart and immense delight that I welcome all of you today to this very first summit of the support groups under the auspices of the Labour Party of Nigeria and the campaign headquarters of the Obi Datti campaign, in furtherance of our joint commitment to a better future for our country, Nigeria. Indeed, it cannot be overemphasized that the sequence of events that has made today possible have not only been phenomenal, but also tedious, painstaking, and divine. And in this light, I must commence by thanking all of you here present, all the millions of others who are not here, without exception. While it is incontestable that the future of Nigeria is the heritage of every citizen, every family, and every section of this country, our communities, it is important and realistic to underline that you, our dear youth, my brothers and my sisters, my co-sojourners in this train or on this stream, you are the biggest beneficiaries of a better Nigeria that will come. If our country continues in its present sordid misdirection of waste and woe, your hardship will continue, God forbid, and all of us, both young and not so young, and those of us who are actually old, will continue to suffer, God forbid also. So let it be emphasized today that the commitment you are showing, the time and resources you are expending, the risk and the intimidation you will overcome, and the unique bonds across ethnicity, across religions, across educational qualification, and across all stratifications, are all for the sake of your future, for the provision. Please, if anybody has tissue, I don't know why, my nose is running suddenly. And for the sake of your future, for the provision of opportunities, for the nurturing of talent, for the more jobs, for better services, for improvements to your lives, and for the future of your children. And today, let me say to all of you here, by the grace of Almighty God, you shall not labor in vain. Thank you. So far, so bright. The response, support, enthusiasm, and voluntary action coming from you all, the great youths of this country, from all boundaries of this country, on this journey of our national recovery, has not only been overwhelming, obviously, but has been widely acknowledged as one of the biggest and most rapid voluntary political mobilizations in present time, and we are indeed very, very grateful. Our opponents, confounded by our boundless passion, have sought to underplay our unprecedented organization, but we are not trying to impress anyone. We are only acting to our true conviction. Is that not so? Moving forward, therefore, dear brothers and sisters, it is very important at this time and juncture to critically appraise our strategies, work plan, and framework, bearing in mind that relentless activity not directed with focus and exacted with target may ultimately become a waste of energy. I want you to know this, it's very important. So we must work with coordination, in harmony, and tactical efficiency towards our primary focus, and this our focus is very fundamental, very uncomplicated, very easy to define, and very clear to comprehend. My dear brothers and sisters, our attention and focus must be directed at ensuring that every polling station in this country, in every ward, local government and state, where these elections will be held, we must practically mobilize enough physical human beings as voters to vote for us. And they will vote for us. Because we carry the correct message, the right message. We are under the correct leadership, unprecedented characteristic, upright, acknowledged, great, dedicated, committed, sincere leadership. None can compare with. No, I say it here. There's no party in Nigeria that has or parade what we have. Go and God bless you. My dear brothers and sisters, our attention and focus must be directed at ensuring that every polling station in every ward, local government and states where this election is held, we must practically mobilize enough physical and human beings to vote for us. Our fathers, our mothers, brothers and sisters, uncles, aunties, friends, workers, teachers, cousins, customers, dependents, mosque and church members, everybody we know and see around us, to leave their homes early on the election day, patiently and vigilantly comply with all the election processes, and finally ensure that we achieve a majority of counted votes in each polling unit nationwide, for the objective of electing Mr. Peter Obi as president and amiable, dedicated Dr. Yusuf Datti as his vice president. And every other Labour Party candidate presented for these elections by our party. This must continue to be our focus. We must not lose the purpose of what we are doing, support group, party, everything that we are doing. It is to get these people elected. Our focus must be to move from our keyboards, our WhatsApp groups, our virtual platforms, to join others in rigorous field engagement, convincing, impressing upon people, enlightening them, preaching, explaining, and doing all we can legally to secure their votes. To get people not just to agree to our message, but to be committed as to understand and practicalize the action of collecting their PVCs, informing themselves of voting arrangements, notices, and plans of the party. And getting up in the morning on the election day, moving to the polling booths, and standing firmly together and at alert until the results are entered, announced, and electronically transmitted, including resisting legally any form of malpractice or intimidation. I think what I've just said is tautology. Who can intimidate the Nigerian youth? I feel like singing, but I won't sing. This is not a political rally. But who can intimidate us? We are the ones that can intimidate people, and we're already doing it. PDP doesn't talk of anybody except Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti. APC doesn't talk about anybody, so what is the problem? They say we don't get strength. Why worry about us? My brothers and my sisters, we must not live here without everybody adjusting their thinking, their work schedule, their time, personal and group style, strategy and tactics to this very important and fundamental objective. How to bring out people, I repeat, how to bring out people who will deliver and protect the majority votes in each and every polling stations across the country, without exception. Some people had in ignorance, severe and acute ignorance, branded our efforts and your efforts as only existing on the internet, online, or on social media, as has best suited their fancies. They will know. In due course, they will know. Because we shall be verified. However, their voices are now muting. They are going into mute mode, especially after seeing the miracle of Nasarawa. Anybody from Nasarawa here? Anybody from Nasarawa here? You guys are miracle workers. God bless you. However, their voices are now muting, as I said, and they are no more persisting in this delusion. Having seen the massive grand turnout and unprecedented public responses in public sensitization outings and public appearances of our principal candidates and other candidates of our great party, we are indeed very proud of how we have been able to effectively and appropriately utilize the internet to raise awareness. What they think is to our disadvantage is our greatest weapon. No apologies. The internet is our weapon. The social media is our forum, and we will use it. We will win with it. When they say we are on social media, say yes. We are on social media, and we are going to use the social media to drown them. And so, let us reach out to one another, bringing together in just about 2 months the biggest political family and the organic movement in Nigeria and perhaps in Africa. This movement started when, Mr. Chairman? 30th of May. What is today? We got June, July, just barely over 2 months. I have been in politics for 42 years in this country. There's no movement, there's no political party, there's no amalgamation, there's no congregation, there's no alliance that has gotten this stature, that has gotten this mass, that has gotten this might as we have in the obedient movement. And perhaps there shall never be. This is our time. This is your time. This is their time. Their time to quit, our time to come in. So it is both our time. It depends on what side of the time you are on. It is the time for us to come in, to seize the power and to take Nigeria back. It is their time to quit. It is their time to do what? It is their time to do what? And quitting they shall. Our young people on social media are the sparks which have ignited this campaign, and they must now transform to the disciples, the evangelists, and the canvassers, polling agents, community volunteers, anti-rigging vanguards, the principal mobilizers and actualizers. That will sweep away the much bandit structures of the worn and tired older parties, who have brought nothing but suffering, corruption, insecurity, mistrust, vote buying, and despair to our people, and poverty to our people all over the country. And today, I say to you, family, my dear brothers, my dear youths, my dear sisters, it is time to stand up. Enough is enough. We have endured for so long, we have suffered for too long, we have waited for too long. God has ignited this moment, has given us a platform to stand, has given us a movement to secure the exchange of this power. We must not miss this opportunity. I tell people, Nigeria is a one tenor more nation. Just one more tenor. And that is 2023 to 2027. That is all gap and window that we have to save this country. And surely we shall. We have been blessed with the record-breaking enthusiasm beyond all expectations. We currently have hundreds of support groups, as you can see here seated, with similarity in style and primary engagement. And with each day that passes, more and more of our people are coming forward. There is need at this time to coalesce our groups into most effective field task forces. Emphasis on the word field task forces. And in doing so, amplify and harmonize our operations, programs and activities to provide our desired results, which are, let me underline again, the physical mobilization of the largest number of people to wake up in the morning on the election day, and make sure they satisfactorily participate in all election activities and ensure the highest votes in every polling box for our candidates. Can we do that? Shall we do that? May God help us also. On our own part, at the campaign headquarters of the Obi Datti campaign, where I am your Director General, there is in place a member and subsequently centrally issue new directives, because we know many of us have overlapping functions and duties and devotions and dedications. We will sort it out. We will group you properly. We will directly tell you what to do. We have been distant from you. We have been far from you. But now you will no longer look for us. We look for you. Let me also urge that all of you endeavor to register formally in your wards as members of Labour Party if you can. But if you want to remain just as obedient movement, you are free to do so. But always remember Mama, Papa, and Pikin for the purpose of voting day. And in this light, I must commence by thanking all of you here and all the millions of others who are not here with us. Sorry. We will sweep away the much bandit structures. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me. You guys excite me. That's the problem. And I love you so much. In all my years in politics, I have never seen this type of passion. Never. And those who dream and say we will labor in vain, they will perish in vain. We will get to where we're going, to their embarrassment and shock. Given that your mandate is to organize others, it is important that you are as close as possible to the party strategy and hierarchy, so you can provide better guidance in the extensive work we shall be doing in the next few weeks. My very dear compatriots, this is a mandate to salvage and improve our country. We must march forward in total unity, in confidence and in courage, overcoming all intimidation and machinations with one voice and one goal: to elect Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti as President and Vice President, to elect a majority of state governors, to elect a majority of senators, a majority of House of Rep members, and majority of members of the state assemblies. To ensure on all probabilities that Mr. Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti are resoundingly elected and returned as President and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Together, we will do this for our future, our collective future, for our children, and for the good of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers, my sisters, the faithful youths of Nigeria, the very great members of the obedient family, I say here boldly, categorically, with all sincerity and confidence, that you are our strength. You are our hope. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, you are our structures. God bless Nigeria, God bless the Labour Party, and God bless you all. Thank you. All right. We just sang, "Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey," and you are obeying. You are obedient. Here is another catch. Nigeria's call obey. Nigeria's call obey, and he's answering. Nigeria's call, and he's answering. Fellow compatriots, in the context of this particular event, which is not a political rally, it's a conference, we have no resource as a nation than our youth. We're here because of you. The youth have fought and won every battle in history as they watch it attributed to their leaders. The youth have developed every country in this planet, and again, they watch it attributed to their leaders. Our party happens to be the only party mentioned in our national anthem. That is not by accident, it is by providence. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. And here is another catch. The labor of our youth present shall never be in vain. What you do now and beyond shall continue to count. What you do now and beyond is what will make Nigeria a great country. What you do now and beyond is that which will unite and bring an end to the sorrow and misery in the land. Again, it is stated in the second stanza, "Guide our youth the truth to know." And this is what we stand for. This is what we've been doing all our lives. I joined a capable leader who brought a state from number 24 to number 1 in education ranking. We are guiding our youth the truth to know by following this leader. It is the legitimate ambition of our great party to develop education in Nigeria, and we are guiding our youth the truth to know. Personally, to date, I have been instrumental in one way or another in the education of at least 11,000 people. It remains my dream that for the remaining days I have to live, I and my leader and my party to educate at least 110 million Nigerians. We are guiding our youth the truth to know. I joined this party. I sided with my leader because of Nigeria. Below that, it is because of our national unity. And below that is because we want to develop our youth. We are in the business of educating ourselves. I was asked, what have we been doing wrong? And I humbly replied, we have been electing the wrong leaders. In that process of electing the wrong leaders, our beloved Nigerian youth have been, by design and policy, by commitment of resources, forcefully confused, distracted, deprived, disunited. Our youth were also undereducated. Our youth remain malnourished and maltreated. This is what we're here to change. Our youth have been underestimated. Labour Party, His Excellency Peter Obi, my humble self, we are here to restore your honor, give you back the dignity taken away from you, give you back the measure of deserved humanity. We want to give you education and discipline. We want to promote understanding and unity. And I want to draw our attention accordingly. Because when it comes to those events, when the time reaches, they make you feel who your enemy is not. Fellow Nigerians, our beloved youth, the other faith is not your enemy. It's your friend. It's your partner in this nation building. My boss said we have Nigeria. What we haven't done yet, what we're committing ourselves to do, is to build Nigerians. We are going to build Nigerians. The other divide is not your enemy. The other divide is your friend and partner and co-inhabitant in what Nigeria is today. Electing a good leader is, for all intent and purpose, bringing prosperity, putting money in your pockets, in your bank accounts. Electing a good leader is bringing security to your doorstep. Electing a good leader is bringing education to your head, health to your body, and those of your beloved ones. We are changing it away from electing a leader is he who will walk away to go and provide security for themselves alone, prosperity for themselves alone, education and healthcare for themselves alone. The time has come to end that. The time has come for Labour Party to bring prosperity and peace to Nigeria. I wish to thank the organizers of this event. I wish to thank my leadership in Labour Party. Above all, I wish to thank our able leader, who was given by Almighty Allah the vision, the strength, and the capacity to take the decision that he took. As it stands now, Nigerian political terrain is yet to fully grasp what has hit it. What has hit the Nigerian political terrain is a wind of change. What has hit the Nigerian political terrain is that wind of reality. that is bringing the positive change that we have been asking for so long. A real person, a real leader who has proven what he has been saying. A real leader who has been living what he has been saying. And again, permit me to just go back. My good friend, the MC, I'm sorry I disappointed you. We do not take anything from anybody that is not legit. We are not looking for money in government. We are looking to run a government in money. That money is here in Nigeria. I am following a business leader who knows how to create wealth. And we're going to create it legitimately. I am that honorable member way back in 2003 who said that the salary of no employee shall be paid into my account, and it stood. Then it was the salary of drivers and domestic staff that will be paid into your salary, and if you like, you pay, if you like, you don't pay. I stood and said, no salary shall go into my account. That is why I will not take money from anybody here. That is why we will not take money from anybody. I am following a leader who keeps saying that there is nothing now he is looking for in this life except to see a peaceful, prosperous nation. I am that honorable member way back then whom houses were sold at Apple, and with due respect to those who bought, I say they haven't done anything wrong. Out of 360 members, one, my humble self, I am the one, that member who did not buy a house in Apple. Go and verify. It pains me when a uniformed staff of the federal government of Nigeria in broad daylight will collect money. Each time I see it, my heart breaks. That singular act is as bad as a $20 billion scandal in any ministry. And it happens every day. We are the leaders to change it. We are the leaders to change it. I will close by using what the DG was saying. Our time has come to change and improve and develop Nigeria. Our time has come to realize who our true friends and partners in building Nigeria is. And the time for them who have destroyed Nigeria is up. The time for them to honorably walk away has come. And I will do this by referring us to the story, the legendary story of the Roman Empire, who was again going to cheat by killing the slave general. And the chief said, sheath your swords, let it be fought on strength, let it be fought on honor. Those who have denied Nigerian progress for all these years and decades, I call on you to sheath your swords. Those who have lived and prospered by promoting disunity and crisis in Nigeria, I call on you to sheath your swords because the time has come for you to leave. Those of you who will not allow a credible election to hold, I call on you finally to sheath your swords because the obedient movement backed by the youth of Nigeria is here to see Obi take the mantle of leadership of Nigeria. I thank you so much and God bless.
Do I need to stay here because of the radio? Because of the TV? But not me. We can move around. No. Let me, they follow me. Let me please be seated. Thank you very much. Let me most sincerely thank the Almighty God that made it possible for all of us to be here today. I thank our vice presidential candidate, the chairman of the party, and the leadership of the party, and members of this wonderful family. I sincerely apologize that I might have come here a little bit late. It was not deliberate. It was because of the circumstances I found. Please, I will plead that you allow me so that you can listen to me. So, for me, I thank all of you, wonderful people. As I've always said, and you maintain that, and that you are not running for president. You are running for president through us. Our job is to take the power from those who have it and give it back to you. When he was speaking, I have nothing to add except to re-emphasize what he said. When he was speaking, he did say what I've always said. We have a country called Nigeria, but we don't have Nigerians. What we want to do is to create Nigerians. And the only way to create Nigerians is that we must make people to have hope in Nigeria, and the only way to have faith in Nigeria, and the only way to have faith in Nigeria is that there's hope in Nigeria. You're not asking for too much. This is a great country. God created this country, gave it everything that can make a country great. The only thing that is lacking is a simple thing called leadership. And that is what we intend to provide. We're not trying to do something else. That is what Daddy and I wants to provide. Leadership. And he's told you, we're not looking for anything. He doesn't want to be vice president of Nigeria, I can tell you. If there's anybody who is reluctant to be vice president of Nigeria, he is one. But I asked him, can you look at your children? and ask yourself, which society do you want them to live in the future? If you cannot build that future, who will build it for them? Nobody. Are they going to be with them anarchy? No. That is why we decided to get involved. And I assure you, and I want you to take note, like I always said, don't think that with the will of the Almighty God I will succeed. Let none of you, I say it every day when I have opportunity, don't think that once you succeed, your job has stopped. That is when you will begin your job. Because beyond 2023, we will no longer allow drivers that don't know where we are going. We will remove that driver. We will not allow him to continue. He will go down and we'll put another driver to continue. Because what we have now and what is happening in Nigeria is that you don't know where you're going. The driver doesn't know where the vehicle is going. So every road leads us there. But we don't want to worry. All we say is 2023 onwards, we will no longer allow that situation. For now, we will manage it to the end. And I'll give you an example why I say so. On 2 occasions, we have a country where 100 million people live in poverty. Where we have 33% unemployment. By the time you match it with underemployment, because when we talk about unemployment, these are people who don't have a job. If you look at the unemployment, you're talking about 60%. The number of people that are supposed to be working in Nigeria, being a country in quote of 200 million people, is supposed to be 120 million. 60% of your population are supposed to be productive. But as I speak to you, only about 47 million Nigerians are working. So 73 million Nigerians are not doing anything. We live in a country where over 15 million of our young people are out of school. Today, the global average for tertiary institution intake is 38%. In the Western world, it's over 50%. In Nigeria, it is 9%, not even up to a quarter of the global average, and yet they are not in school. They cannot continue. And what people tell you, we live in a country where 200 million people exist only on 4,000 megawatts of electricity. And I tell you how bad it is. The second biggest country in this continent of Africa is South Africa. They generate as much as 50,000 megawatts of electricity, and just last week the president of South Africa declared emergency on energy, on power generation, and said every citizen can generate up to 100 megawatts of electricity without license. They declared emergency. They already generated 50,000. They declared emergency, and people who are generating only 4,000, no emergency. Just this, Egypt is number 3. Egypt generates about over 50,000 megawatts of electricity. And when you ask, people will say, we have no money. We've been doing and practicing democracy for the past 24 years. Next year it will be 24 years. Within this period, governments at all levels in Nigeria have borrowed over 225 trillion naira. Let me use just 200 trillion naira. 200 trillion naira, because some were borrowed when money was 100, 150, 190, 200. So since it's about 600 now, I use an average of 400. That means, that means that if you divide 200 trillion with 400, it will give you approximately $500 billion. If you use $500 billion today, 1/5 of it, 1/5, 20% of $500 billion is 100 billion naira. $100 billion. Tony Elumelu Foundation said, and you can go and verify, I'm not a part of Tony Elumelu Foundation. Tony Elumelu Foundation said that for every $5 million they give to, for every $5 million they give to entrepreneur, after 1 year, that entrepreneur creates 10 jobs. 10. That means if we are taking just 20% of the money we borrowed over the past 20 years, $100 billion, and shared it to 20 million entrepreneurs, it will be $5,000 each. And if they had created half the job Tony Elumelu said, it will be 5 times 20 million, it will be 100 million, there won't be unemployment in Nigeria. And we are using only 20%, we are using only 20% of the money. Now, again, we are generating 4,000 megawatts of electricity. For just 5% of the amount I mentioned as loan, 5%, we've used 20 to create job. 5% of it would have been $25 billion. $25 billion would have increased our power generation, transmission, distribution from 4,000 to at least 20,000 megawatts. If we have 20,000 megawatts of electricity today, we'll move our manufacturing from under 7% to above 12%, creating at least 5 million new jobs. The list is endless. We are not campaigning yet. We will tell the story when we start campaigning. But I'm just telling you how bad things are. When we say we are going to move Nigeria from production, consumption to production, they said, yeah, Nigeria is not a producing country. Nigeria is one of the most talented, energetic youths on the surface of the earth. These youths, you see them every day, arresting for one thing or the other. If they are properly supported, they will change this world. When I say we are not a producing nation, they argue. They will even say the figures I use are wrong. But let me tell you, so you will go and verify. I said last year, late last month, I made a statement which you will see them using every day when I said that Nigeria total export is less than $30 billion. You see where they are writing that is wrong. It is not wrong. Go to NBS, Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, released last year. Total export of Nigeria is 18.9 trillion. As at the date I made that statement, dollar was selling for about 650 naira. Go and divide 650 with 18.9, you give 29.something billion dollars. Go and verify it. I'm not saying I'm not wrong or right here. Wherever I'm wrong, I've apologized. But I'm saying, in all my statements, in everything I've said, on all my statements and speeches, if you put all of them together, I have 90%. And if you score, that is a professor. If you score 90%, why are they looking for 10%? When I say we are not a when we say we are a consuming nation and we must change it, I'll take you back to what I said about export. Yesterday, I had an interview And somebody said to me, so what do you think about Borno State? What do you think about Borno State? There are things that are difficult in Borno State. I said, let me tell you. Borno State is a state situated on 70,900 square kilometers of land. Borno State, I told him, Borno State, today, we're talking about Sambisa Forest. Sambisa Forest is an asset to Nigeria. Because Sambisa Forest is twice the size of Israel. It is an agricultural land that can give us food. I said that if you go all over the north, Nigeria is blessed. We have all the land we need. Look at Nigeria being affected by war in Ukraine because they don't have grain. When we have all the land that is not cultivated in the north, we should replace Ukraine with grain. We are waiting to share the money from oil. How much do we generate from oil? Our total export as a country, like I said in 2021, is $30 billion, including oil. We live in a country of 923,000 square kilometers. 1 million square kilometers. You compare it with Vietnam, living on 331,000 square kilometers of land. And 100 million people, we are 200 million, their export is $312 billion. We couldn't do 10% of their export. And what did they export? They exported clothing. Their clothing export is $32 billion, more than we exported including oil, clothing. They exported footwear. So all that he wants to do is very simple. To say to people in Niger, I met the governor of Taraba on Sunday, and I repeated what I told him. I met the governor of Niger on Saturday. And I said, Governor, you live on 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land. Governor, I said, Governor, that is 2.5 times. If you minus water, that is 2.5 times the country called Netherlands. That is what Niger State is. I said, Governor, you can't feed yourself. You can't feed the country. Netherlands last year, total food agricultural export is $120 billion. So if Niger State with 2.5 times their size had just done 1% of what they did in export, it will be $1.2 billion multiplied by 600, $720 billion, 5 times the budget of Niger State. We cannot continue to live like this. We have a country. Our position is simple. All me and Daddy wants to do is to move this country from consumption to production. Thank you and God bless you.